Right, let's get this going. So, before, hello and welcome back to Stationeers. I was doing some experiment at the night for the sun rays, so I want to do a little science on the solar panel there. I have a build there that should help me. Can't really see, but you're gonna see it. So I build this, and so first thing I need to do actually is, so if I look at the sun, right, you can see at the bottom right 190 degrees. So 60, 200, so 190, and going down 185 horizontal. That's definitely not what I'm seeing. So there's nothing reading this horizontal. Is that I remember there is a planet. There was a planet, and I don't remember if it's Venus. That doesn't matter the position you place the solar sensor. There was not a single position that you read the correct horizontal or vertical. 168. Yeah, 165. Should be going down. 164, 163. Okay, so that's the correct one, I think. It's 161, 159. Yeah, 160, 59. Yeah, so that's the correct one. So that should be the horizontal. Now, I'm gonna real fast fix this guy here. So that should be just daylight sensor. Daylight sensor. Horizontal. So let's see who's gonna face the correct direction. This guy is facing the correct direction. Nope, nobody. I mean, I don't care about the correct position of the solar panel. I just need it to be. Really, can we stop turning? Thank you. So you see, it's not exactly aligned. It's a little bit off, but that's good enough. So now the vertical. Yeah, the problem is the vertical, right? You can't read it. So looking at this is 90 degrees. No. Yeah, looking at this is 90 degrees, right? So looking at this, vertical is 52. If I read the vertical from this, let's try it. So solar sensor, vertical. This guy is 54, 64 only, yeah. It seems to be. It's going up. It's going up, it means it's backwards. Should be going down. So if I read. Right, so how is the positioning on the solar panel when you place that here, right? So this one here, which is the closest, is so they're increasing, yes, they should be decreasing. So in that case, it would be this guy facing the same other direction instead of being this guy here, horizontal. 64. So if I grab you, put up here, fast, contrary to this one, so it will be this cable. Now I'm gonna have to name you something. I need to be fast, so we're gonna lose the daylight here. So turn off horizontal, so reading for PA, right? So horizontal, no vertical. Now, let's see. Doesn't help. So vertical, like facing up, this is 90 degrees. So vertical should be coming from this or this. Right, so right now this should be 90 degrees, right? So if I
Power low.
turn you off, so I'm gonna lose the sun. I'm going to disconnect the vertical here. And right, so this thing should be the closest. The thing is, by 15 degrees. So how you would get 15 degrees? So if this is on the side here, you will be reading 90. So to get 15 degrees, they would have to be on the top here. So if I turn this to that direction there,
Waste tank caution.
this reads my vertical at 93. So I don't want a 93, so it should be almost 0. So if I face you to this direction then, my vertical is still 95. So it doesn't really care about which direction I'm placing the solar sensor, which doesn't make too much sense. Right, so if I have this, one should be going up, but the other one should be going down. Vertical, vertical, they are both going in the same angle, which doesn't make too much sense. The solar angle is also following the vertical. I wonder if they bug the readings from the vertical, because they should be reading, like one should be going up and the other should be going down. That's it. Alright, so if I put the one like this and one like this and look at the horizontal, right? So negative 109, and then it's going down to 10, and this is 70, so it's going down to 9. Yeah, but that is different numbers. I see they're rotating in different parts. They rotate to the same direction, that makes sense. But they're different numbers. So that should be the same for the horizontal, for the vertical. But it's not. It reads exactly the same number. Which doesn't make sense. Those should be reading different numbers, just like the horizontal. So I guess I found the horizontal, right? So this is the horizontal. Now I need to find the vertical. I guess last time I did
Waste tank critical. Temperature
a
high.
proper testing on Venus, I was reading the vertical from the horizontal. Yeah, I just placed the solar in a different position, and I was just reading the horizontal, not the vertical, or something like that. So I was not reading the actual value I was supposed to read. I was reading other stuff. Now I'm gonna wait for the daylight. So while we wait for the daylight, I did figure out the problem with my seeding on the Larry there. And pretty simple problem. I forget that plants that keep seeding, like this guy here, they go to -1 and not 0. I'm pretty sure I put branch equal to 0, and that's the whole problem. Pretty sure, but I'm not super sure. So we're gonna check that. Need to pause there. Food. Right, so we're gonna need one more IC10. I did make the put the stuff there that I'm gonna need. I still missing the water, so this should be fairly simple. Right, almost everything is already done.
Oxygen critical.
Yeah, come on, that's not that bad. Should be a matter of just connecting stuff. One thing that I need to handle will be the seeds, the plants that don't keep seeding. If my logic is somewhat near good enough, I can handle that pretty easy. I don't know if you're gonna have enough lights. I should. Lights. Lines. I should. Especially because last time we cleaned up a lot of trash lines. And now it's draining from that one. Yeah, I don't... When the game loads, it's randomly decide to drain from a different battery. So it's a little different. I put all the stuff here. The Larry, and this one I didn't paint, so you can see how weird it is. Right, everything is orange, and then this is green, and then this is in the middle of the stuff. Yeah, that's terrible. And it's a mess. I never actually throw the stuff there. So first let's fix the other one on the top. Should be pretty easy. Right, so what I need to do here is go into the upper level area, import. I can open my suit here. So the seating, right? Idle loop, I just check the seating on the idle, but that's fine. It's just checking the seating. Now on the seating loop, it was trying to plant because it was reading seating, right? But then I branch if it's equal to 0. The other plant will change to -1, and that's why it was trying to grab the seed where there was nothing, because -1, right, -1 is not equal to 0. So I need a greater than 0. Then it won't work for anything. Or I could do a equals to 1. Right, but I got greater than 0 will be fine. There's -1, 0, and 1. That are the values you can have in seating. So that should fix the Larry. And I might not need this clearDB and setting anymore. I'm gonna leave the comment there. So it should just continue from where it is, which should then start grabbing some seed. Is there? Yeah, there is one seed there. Driving. I'm just checking if anything is not driving, which means it's already collected. So everything is driving. Okay, perfect. So it should... this is seed, this is switchgrass. This is not driving, so this is also not driving. Yeah, I remember now. I grab all this. Grab all the seeds, but didn't actually finish. Okay. This is fine, this is fine. Okay, perfect. It's actually connected now, so I should be able to just do this, and it should actually go outside. And then I guess I just turn it on. And then we go downstairs, and the other Larry. It skipped this one for whatever reason. No, it's doing the same problem. It's have the exact same problem. That's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. What the heck? Come on, that was working just fine. Am I on the wrong mode? I'm on 1, which should be grabbing the seeds. Why are you grabbing? Continue idle loop, so that's not the one. Seeding loop. Continue seeding loop. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's correct. Continue seeding loop, yeah. Branch if is greater than 0, which I inverted the thing. What am I doing? I'm jumping and avoiding doing all the calculations. So this is skipping. I'm skipping when I'm half seed. I'm doing doing backwards. So branch if is not equal are 0 to 1. If I'm equal to 1, I need to do this. Quantity, check everything. If I'm not equal to 1, then just go forward. Yes, it helps if you actually do the correct comparison. Well, that's why it skipped the one that actually had seed and grabbed from the ones that well, they're still thriving, so they were still going to give us something. You can go backwards. And please fork. So grab a seed. Now there's no seed there. Yes, this guy has a seed. Thank you. Now it's working. Great. Now I should go on those and collect only those. And I really hope my sorting is working. You do it twice, there's nothing in the hand. Go there, and now it's going go backwards. Could avoid this next go there, but that's fine. Grab again. Grab again. Perfect. Next. That one there. Yes. Perfect. And I should clean and go back to mode 1. 3 is cleaning. You're gonna go back where it was and continue from there. Perfect. Now nothing has seed unless something is seed in this meantime. It should go to the switchgrass there. Perfect. Perfect. Beautiful. It works if you actually put the right code there. That one. Now all of them should be able to just grab everything, so it just should skip everything. Then I should come back and grab those. So we're not gonna watch this. That is work as it should. Let's go down. Where is the cover for this? Can't read it here, right? Yeah.
Oxygen critical.
So here, there is no water yet. Is there water? No. I didn't connect the water. I was measuring where I can place the station and where I can't. Then I leave some open spaces, and I had to find a way to place these where it is the trash is the one, right? So the code is the same. But this here, it's working. So I should be able to then... We're gonna actually abuse the system. I'm gonna see if it's working as it should, because there's a lot of trash here. That will be a stress test on the system. Now, it is a dumb idea, because stuff will spoil, but that's fine. So, lower level Larry Hyder, this is the one. So, we're going to upper level Larry import, and then we go to the lower level, and then we export. Now, names. Is this named? No. Lower level. So D0, that's the only reference I need, right? Yes, D0. I need to find it here, which is annoying, giving the amount of stuff I have on the same network. Should never have that many stuff in the same network. Lower level Larry dock, that's it. So if I turn you on, you should just keep going back and forth, since there is absolutely nothing to grab. Which is fine. I didn't set a station, so the station here is 101. The bean is also on the 1. Okay. So now the change that I'm thinking, it should be pretty simple, right? So on the collecting phase here, how many lines I actually have? Not much. So the collection is here, right? So it checks if the plant mature. If the plant is mature, it activates, so it grabs the plant. And then wait, check if it's full, and then go back here until it's done with all the plants. Now what I need to do is one extra check before the check for full, right? So I check if this is 0. Check the quantity here if it's 0. If the quantity is 0, means the plant disappear, right? So there is nothing there. In that case, I just need to activate again. That will plant whatever was just grabbed. So load slot from this. I have 10 lines more or less, give or take. So yeah, that's definitely enough. People are calling. Crap. Call the middle of the line that I was thinking. Now I forget what I was thinking. I was thinking, yeah, I can just activate again, yeah. So where was the plant collection mode, right? No, that's not it. I lost the code. Continue collection, this. Right, so what I think I can do here is load from the quantity, right? And then branch, if it's equal to 0, it means there's no more plant there. From 0, you can just go back here. I already waited, right? So just come back here and activate again, right? So plant back. Because my reasoning here is gonna check if the plant's mature, right? If it's not mature, we're just gonna go ahead. So if the plant is mature, it will grab the plant and we'll wait for it to finish, right? So before I check if it's full, I just check if there is nothing else in the tray. If the tray is empty, means it did grab the last item. So the item is on the hand. Just come back here and activate again and then wait. Now this will return 1. So it will just continue to check if it's full, which won't be because it just put the item there, but doesn't matter. And I think that's all I need to do. I could even do this for the top one and plant stuff up there, I think. Now I don't have anything here, and I don't have any water, so I can't test it. But that should be all, really. Is it day? No, it's not day yet. Was expecting to get day. So I'm gonna see outside how is this sorting going. Is either great or a nightmare. Oh, storm. Oh, the storm gonna destroy my solar panel. Oh, I'm too fat. That's what the problem is, eating just chocolate. Ooh, holy. See that. 2020, 12. Something's coming. Oh god. It's working perfect, and that was that case where 10 and 8. So that's cocoa seed, that's sugar, that's, yeah. That's working beautifully. Let me take care of my solar panel before they become dust. If I jump, I go backwards. Now I don't need to worry about the solar panel. They usually survive 2 storms. Sometimes just 1. Yeah, just gonna leave them there. And once the storms finish, will be day, and then we can continue fixing the solar panel. Hang in there. Okay, so let's just eat something, drink, and again we sleep and wait for the night. Yeah, I thought that would be a quick one. Like after losing 3-4 hours on that last episode, this has to be a fast one. Alright, see you after storm. Yep. Day is about to begin. I was just selling stuff to a trader and then I'm going to call the other trader. Star smelter. I think I'm gonna lose. I was trying to get the trader landing, but I'm too damn far to see it. That mountain that's not there, but shows there. Now it's not there anymore. Hey there. So you have more gases, great. Now you wait there. So the sun is there, right? So if the solar sensor is right looking at the sun, that should be 90 degrees. So if it's sideways, then it should be the correct value, right? So sideways like this, it should be the correct value. So looking to 9, so I want like this angle more or less, like a little, yeah, so this is 35 degrees is too much. Yeah, 35 degrees. So I'm looking for something near 35. 64, 70. No. So here should be the actual thing, right? Right here, like this. Vertical 64. Yeah, it is correct, but then it's going down. That's the problem. Why is it going down? Horizon is going up. No, it's also going down. So if I do this, 61. Yeah, the vertical doesn't make sense. Like this. Vertical. See, so it should be going up. 58 is still going down. That's why my solar is working backwards. 47. 48, 49. Okay, so now this one is at least going up. Vertical like this. Vertical. Yeah, so I do remember I had it like this before. Was the beginning, it was very there. Right there, right? And it kind of worked, but then kind of didn't work. So put just AA here so I can find you. Why did I jump backwards there? So I'm missing some tools here. Oh, the tools here. That's not time to keep swap. Please put it on the. Thank you very much. So this is vertical. So from AA you read vertical. So that should make this guy. Yeah, it's too much, but it's more or less on the correct direction, right? The thing is, past midday, then it starts to go wrong. Which shouldn't be the case. Vertical is 44, right? So this vertical is 73. This looks much more like 45, 44 than 73. Which means this one should be correct, but then at the beginning it's not, and then it's already lowering. 30, 42, yeah, it's definitely not this one.
Waste tank caution.
This thing here is on the way. Don't drag the window. I hate when drag the window. Really should have a lock button so I don't have dragging it. 94, that's too much. I mean, the readings on the vertical on this thing is just nonsense. So see, now it's keep going. That's not vertical, it's reading. It's definitely not the vertical. The horizontal is 50. It looks like 50. If I read the horizontal from this guy, that looks much better. Now I can't measure the efficiency because it's damage, but it seems pretty on point. It's not dropping though. Should it drop? $51. Yeah, it is dropping. So let's see what I already know what the treasure have. I was going to say let's buy something, some water maybe. It's more to the end of the day where it's actually go down, if it's going to go to the right direction. Because like the third time where it start correct and then end up wrong, or start wrong and then end up correct. So you have water, right? I always buying water. You have steam. Oh, you have water. I'm gonna buy the water anyway, so I'm actually not that rich anymore. You buy... I could do the chocolate bar, right? One, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 chocolate bar. I might be able to do this one and have a volatile filter 30. Too much for something that use super alloy. Too much, no, too little. Mainly installing, waiting for the day to pass a little bit, while also waiting for this to drain. There should be an advanced version of this that is insulated and require turbo pump that works 100 times faster than this thing. That would be awesome. Yeah, definitely wrong. So now I will be looking for something like 15 again. Vertical is 20, that seems reasonable. Vertical is 71, how can that be 20 and this be 71? So I'm reading the horizon here, so it's none of the thing that I'm reading. The vertical on this one is actually correct. Maybe that's the vertical I need to read, like this, instead of that direction, this direction. I didn't try this one yet. But I have to wait for another day. But this seems more... Well, there were other times where it worked at the end of the day. So let's not think this is Victor yet. Okay, so name you Knight because you were correct at the night. So you were correct at the horizontal, not the vertical. Call this Knight vertical. I'm gonna start to keep track of what the heck I already read. So we should have and bumping the thing. I might be able to turn on my water on the lower level Larry. So I need to expose the thing down somewhere. Somehow I need to control it from here. Maybe a logic mirror or something, just so I can control that thing there. Yes, because every time I need to do this, and then I need to open this thing here. It's a little annoying. Alright, so this is 1%. If I change this to 2%, 206 liters, so it will go to 400. I don't have enough. And if I increase the length even more, adding more pipes, which I'm gonna have to do, it won't be enough. Okay, so I can't do that, so we're gonna keep it 1% again.
Waste tank caution.
Okay, so how is my cooling going? It was pretty bad last time I checked. It's reasonably better now. I think because I tweaked the values
Power low.
here. I did change this, so this was 35%, I changed to 45%. It was moving too much gas out and then having to refill with hot gas, so I think that was my problem with the greenhouse here. So I raised the limit here, so it's not moving that much gas out now. And it's not using that much cooling either. So you have 2 kilomoles there, you have 121. That's fine. So let's buy some steam. It's empty, right? So I take care of the entire batch. The pet doesn't quite like when you buy too much at the same time. Oh, I read my money wrong. I read like 1,000, 10,000. Never mind, I can buy my more water then. I honestly don't know if this makes with this, because the landing pad is only one. So if I buy water, why I buy this? Will this mix? I have no idea. I need to do the test someday. Yeah, that's a lot of steam. So while this is going, so I do want to buy more water then. While this is going, I would say I can print the 5 chocolate bar that he wants. That is already done. So which solar panel was correct? This guy, right? At the end of the day, of course. Okay, you didn't take random damage. Should be inside something, so you don't take random damage. Hey, I threw all this stuff here because I was giving the trader all the canister that he wanted. You charge faster if I do like this. Right, so 5 chocolate bar. Can I make this? I think I can. Worst case, I just eat the chocolate. Is that how he wants? That seems simple. No. Thank you. Yep, that's how he wants. Okay. So I'm gonna buy some more water. And then 9. And that should be all. I'm not gonna sell you this, and I'm not gonna sell you this. I'm not gonna buy anything else. Could buy volatiles. This is dirt volatiles. This is actual volatiles. Yeah, why would I need volatiles? For the rocket. I would also buy nitrous. I need way more money, and I need a proper rocket. But I need to start making the fuel already, right? I need one more of this stuff. Okay, day is rising, whatever. Yeah, that solar panel is correct. So I think that solves the mystery. So usually this is facing the sunrise, not the sunset, but I guess this works. So vertical. No, the vertical is nothing. What am I reading again? I'm reading... This is the horizontal. Horizontal on the solar panel. This is getting in from the vertical reader onto the vertical. So the vertical reader is this. It's reading day horizontal dot horizontal, which is this guy here. Yeah, but I want to... Yeah, that won't work, right? So if I put this vertical, that will be inverted in the wrong direction. So see, reading the horizontal at the beginning of the day, it's perfect. But the vertical doesn't work. So what's the vertical on this thing here? Is 40, right? 38, yes. Nothing comes close to 40. On the horizon. It's lowering, it should be rising. This side here didn't try also. 154 is too much. 115. Yeah, there is no position that gives you the correct vertical. It should have a position that gives you the correct vertical, just like the horizon, but it seems correct, right? So you look at this 55. So if I get from the day sensor, it seems correct already also. But then as soon as you go to the end of the day, it's not correct anymore. That's the part that's really bugging me. So every time I set up my solar, usually I just place one facing the sunrise and then this one the horizon, and then you get it, right? So the horizon, it's there. I got the horizon, but the vertical, for whatever reason, this guy is not working. It's not working here, it's not working here, not working here. I could try placing below something just for sake of testing, but I doubt that will do any difference. So vertical 130 something, yeah, that's definitely not it. And the vertical region doesn't change regardless of the position. That's the part that really triggers me most, because it should at least invert just like the horizon. It just don't. Vertical 81.
Waste tank caution.
So it seems correct until the midday. I got a nuclear battery from the Amy there. There's two for Amy, right? One in the Amy, the other one in the charger, so just shove into here. So far it's good. Well, unless they changes everything to being one solar sensor. If they did that, I missed the update. Because prior they changed on the sun, right? So you need to calculate based on the solar angle, which you need to do some math. And because also the solar sense panel was like in a percentage, and this was in angle, or that was in angle, this was percentage, something like that. So they change. So this is in angle and this is in angle, and then you should just read horizon to horizon, just like I have here, and vertical to vertical. But to get the correct vertical, you will need another sensor facing the correct direction, which is just seemed to be impossible. That one is working pretty well, which means that only one now is doing the job. Okay, if that's the case, then that's it, right? So you just place this guy where the midday is facing the sun there. Start there, go there, go there. So it takes this part here of this sensor, and it's working perfect. Pretty sure this is not the same on different planet. So long since I placed in Mars or something else. I start to forget. Did I left that pump on? I think I did. Yes. So you go off. You go off. You are filling up, as you should. You have a lot. You don't have any, so I didn't buy that much. Last time I bought enough to fuel up this guy as well. So I'm gonna buy some volatiles and maybe some nitros. I can't buy nitros yet, never mind. Well, let's buy volatiles then. This is off, this is off. Yeah, it's barely have any. If I buy... Oh, you only have this? I'm gonna start making more than you're selling just by the plants. You can buy pollutants for 1, right? 30, not worth it. This, yeah, I don't have where to store it. It's quite expensive as well. Okay, you can go. Suit battery draining like no tomorrow. Yeah, that's the part where it's gonna fail. It's not going down. It's increasing. That's the part that doesn't add up. Why the heck is it increasing? Gonna run out of battery on this suit. Done. So I don't want to have two readings. I'm pretty sure I test this in a bug report in absolutely all the positions. Anyway, I guess I just look up whatever math I need to do and do it. Because that is annoying as hell. I still need to find... I don't have the save anymore. Pretty sure there is a save where I'm just reading like the horizon. See how it's dropping like no tomorrow? and I flipped the signal. Was negative, and then just changed it to positive, and that made it just work perfectly. Pretty sure it was something like that. So this guy here, I kind of like it. Let's see how it's going to be at the beginning of the day. Well, I don't have... I need to place all the Larry stuff, yeah. Instead of keep talking about solar panel. So you go off. You go off. Give me some more volatiles. So I should connect the water pipe here. Pipes are there. I need to connect right there. I guess I'm gonna have to dig. And I need to make the pipes. I don't have the pipes. There is a frame here. Okay, I did a pretty well job. Pretty well job. That doesn't sound like a proper sentence.
Waste tank caution.
Like that you say to yourself. Pretty good job. Digging this part. So I should be able to see the pipes right here. Or did I never place the pipes? I think I never placed the pipes. Yeah, the pipe's there. What the heck is this? Two pipe? I need to connect these with this. Okay, so let's make some pipes. How can I get lost inside this? We don't need much. Then I can plant all the seeds, and that should be all I need. Well, I need to wait for seeds to grow to see if that code change actually helped it. It should, but I said that like 100 times before, and I missed a lot.
Waste tank caution.
Have some. No, that's normal. I think I used all the pipes to push all that line. Yes. The canister that I was printing. That won't get me too far. Silicon. Am I gonna have silicon problems? I don't quite have more silicon, I think. Yep, that doesn't sound great. There's some silicon here. Silicon takes forever to smelt. Splitting a little bit. Right. cosmic tools and more. This guy might buy alloys. Right. Yeah, I can leave this printing, check the trader, and come back. Yeah, now the battery is charging correctly, and that one is full, that those there are empty. I never connect my lights here. Yeah, I need to connect those, so I don't have to use my flashlight during the night. So what do you have? You have tools, of course you have tools, that's the name, but you buy what? Food package? No, thank you. Not yet. Someday I may be able to do that. So I can connect my water now, and that should finish my job on the greenhouse there. There should be enough pipes. Some leftover. That should be great. Okay, just place you here, wait 5 seconds, place you back here. That's it.
Oxygen low.
The battery here, right? So I never redid this. Why are you here? You was left over for something that I was doing. Probably placing the lights on the around the base. I never finished that project, yes. Let me walk. Thank you. I'll fix those so I can see if they're actually getting the maximum. Thing that it should be getting. So that's that. Okay. Missed. Not going to be a storm in that soon, so that's fine. Let's focus here, right? So piping. Line is here. I need to dig a little bit more. Don't drop the tube. This will lower my volume, but I should have enough water to just compensate this, so shouldn't evaporate anything. Yes. The capacity on this is insane. Right, so I just weld this back, so I need to put the frame back there. This was a full weld. This was half weld. And this goes here. Now I grab my seats. So the cooling is working. So the food here should be start to spoiling, but doesn't matter. So pumpkin seed and soybean. These should not be here. The rest, yeah. Cocoa seed and switchgrass can be here. They yeah, it's definitely the wrong thing. So if I read this guy here, it is sideways. It is like this, but I don't have what I need to do the inversion of the values horizon. Never mind, that's not it. So this should be 1545-ish. 90, yeah, so 45-ish. I wish they had a vertical reading as well as the horizontal, right? So you have the horizontal down to here, but you don't have the vertical. So if you had the vertical, that would be just insanely easy to find why, if this is correct or not. 46, right? So it seems about right. Until we go to the rest of the day and it's completely wrong. It's already 52, it's definitely not that high. So if I name you, I don't know, something. It's too much, see? Should be less. The problem is it keeps increasing. It goes at this height and then it keeps the same height and then goes down. Did I try this sideways or back upside down like this? I didn't. So vertical is 53. But I did try it
Waste tank caution.
upwards, right? And then upwards is exactly the same reading. So 51. 51. This definitely is too much. No way, this is 80. 80 is like here-ish. 50 sounds more like it. I don't have enough, never mind. So you both reading the same thing. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Doesn't really change. So inverted. Just read from the inverted the vertical. Yeah, it's pretty precise. See, for a second there was 99%. And now it's gonna start to go complete off track. Because instead of keep going down, we start going up. It's correct like this. And then it just get nonsense. Let's plant this stuff. Then we come back. So how am I gonna do this? I don't have a locker anymore. I have a mess here that I need to clean. I need to at least be able to see the seeds I have. These electronic parts. This is a locker. There should be a Larry here. Yes, there is. So there is this thing here. Great. So that's sugarcane. That's something I want. Let's say plant sugarcane here. That's strawberry that I don't really care much. There's the watermelon, I also don't really care much. There's the corn that I also don't care much. The fern, it's good to make rice, take a lot of water. More strawberry. Potatoes, lifesaver potatoes. Wheat for bread. And tomatoes. And I have my pumpkin here. And soy. These are the seeds I have. I do have mushrooms, but then I need to... Oh, I don't have the grow lights down here, do I? Yeah, I don't. I can't quite plant the seeds yet. Good that I checked it. I was almost planting the seeds. So sugarcane, I'm gonna need a lot of sugarcane. I mean, I don't need a lot. I need more, so this is a batch of 4, right? Does everything has water here? It seems to have. Okay, so everything is actually connected. So I want sugar canes or chocolate and chocolate cakes. Chocolate cake I also want weed. Where's the weed? Here. So this is 3 or 4, right? So this is 12. So 1, 2, 3, so it's more 12. Then everything else is kind of meh. So for oil you do need a lot, right? So maybe I do 3 more for soy. So with this 3, and then this 3 here, so you end up like right here. You end up like right here. And then I could have the rest of the weird one, like watermelon. Tomato is also a good one to have. Potato first. not much potato. You don't really use too much potato, so I guess I could have just one for potato, right? So just one for tomato. The watermelon. Pumpkin can be done with pumpkin pie. Yeah, I forgot about pumpkin pie. It requires fur. Yeah, so the fur here comes from the wheat. So the wheat is something that's going to be like, you need a lot. I guess I go the wheat all the way over here. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 20. 20 for wheat. And then I plant this stuff like maybe backwards here. Yeah, I need to think more about it. So I need the grow lights. I'm not gonna do the grow lights now. I think I achieve a lot. So I need to decide how I'm gonna plant this, plant and wait it to grow and see if this code that I changed is actually working. It should. If it works, that's it. That's fine. If it doesn't, well, need to troubleshoot it. So for now, I guess I can close this one. And I'm gonna probably jump into creative just to do some debugging on the solar, but I'm pretty sure if memory doesn't fail in Venus, there is no position where you're gonna get the proper reading. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I did these tests way back in the day, and there was just no position that would give you the correct reading. You need to do some weird math, which doesn't make sense, right? So people say, oh, but the planet is tilted. Yeah, if the planet is tilted, the solar is also hitting the solar sensor in a tilted angle. If you add the offset of the tilt of the planet, then you are doubling the offset. The only thing you need to do is put the solar sensor in the correct position, which is the idea of the game when they change it. But anyways, just like the horizon, I think I said that like 200 times now, so let's stop saying this. Right. Yes. Should be facing this direction really, but anyways. I think I can close this, plant all the plants, wait for them to grow, and then we see if the code works. I hope if it doesn't work, it doesn't do too much of a mess. I bought ice and I never took the ice out. That's not ice. Yeah, I also never took the poo-poo out. Okay, that's it. I didn't even remember buying this, to be honest. It's a gazillion years ago. This cladding. Where was you? I don't remember. You were orange, so you were something. Maybe here? I don't know. Doesn't matter. So I guess I close and just wait. Cooling is fine. That's all I need to know.
Waste tank caution.
Nope. Try again. Great. Just great. Is there anything that I have here that I don't have there? Not really. I can bring the seeds with me next time. Just to speed up the planting process. Alright. That's it here. That's all for the day. So yeah, that will be a little big cut now because I need to do a lot of minimal changes here and there that take a lot of time. Fix the lamps and all that. Then I should be back once I have something more interesting. So for now, thank you and see you in the next one. Bye bye.